Hello everybody and welcome back to what might very well be the very last episode of the Pokemon Black Randomizer Nuzlocke. In the last episode we had some very bad luck, and in today's episode we are going to go into this gym with Shears being level 21. Why level 21? Because at level 21 I get Metal Claw. It's one level higher than the highest level I'll face in this gym, so by the time I actually get to that Pokemon I'll probably be like level 22, level 23, something along those lines. I also replaced Quick Attack with Rock Smash, mostly because type coverage, really. And I replaced Pursuit with Thief because Pursuit isn't going to be useful, like ever, probably, because nothing is ever going to switch out. That being said, in the last series we did, a lot of things for some reason did switch out in Fire Red. Don't know why that was a thing. Maybe that's something the randomizer does, and I should have kept Pursuit, but it's impossible to predict the switching, so Pursuit doesn't really matter at the end of the day either way. And Thief is actually something that can and will give me some useful items sometimes from wild Pokemon. Like if I at some point run into, I don't know, well, I think Steelix, for instance. It's maybe a bad example, but if I run into a Steelix, and I know the Steelix at the outside of Pinwheel Forest, Steelix have a like 5% or 10% chance of holding noises outside, of holding a Metal Coat, and that would be very useful if I need something to evolve with a Metal Coat. Then again, the only thing that would evolve with a Metal Coat really I already have or would be Steelix, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, this is not good. That's not very good, is it? I guess I Rock Smash? Or a Thief? I'm gonna go for Thief. Because something tells me that Qwilfish... That's potentially bad. That's potentially very bad. Okay, I'm going to have to focus on the game here for a moment, excuse me. I have potions, but potioning up against Rollout is just prolonging the inevitable, really. So I just need to kill you. Now. Please, no. Don't let it end this way. I mean, you only have one Pokemon, right? You only have one. It'll be alright, it'll be fine. Okay. That was a scary start to this gym, and there's I think 2 more trainers, 3 more. There's not a lot of trainers in this gym, but I'm kinda scared, gonna be honest. I don't like this gym, by the way. The whole library theme, it's neat, but it's not fun. I like my gyms to be interesting, visually interesting also, and this is just kind of annoying and boring. The next gym coming up, it's an interesting gym. The gym before this, visually speaking, also not interesting, but the gimmick it has is very interesting. There's 3 gym leaders, and depending on what starter you picked, the gym leader has a different starter. Well, not a different starter, it's like a second starter, right? The Monkey Trio. And he has the one that's super effective against you. So it's always a difficult gym, but then you can, if you're a little bit smart, which one of these bookcases do I start with? This one? Yeah, this one. So, the issue with this gym as well is that it's difficult to talk over because I have to focus a little bit on the questions. Or you just go from bookcase to bookcase and just spam and hope that it's the right one. Clearly, this is not the right one. What was I even talking about before? Oh yeah, the Monkey Trio. It's very nice and stuff, and I don't really care. So let's just focus on the gym here, because after this, yeah, this is the book I needed to have. After this, I need to battle either you or you, and because I remember this being the bookcase that moves when you solve all the riddles, it's gotta be you, right? Or maybe it's you. I didn't read the question, so I'm going to try you first, just because if I can extend my suffering a little bit longer, that's not the book I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's you first, then the book I just tried, and then the girl at the bookshelf in the middle. It has to be, because that has to be the last one, because that's the one that moves to the side for allowing you into the gym leader room. Okay, a Munchlax isn't as bad. Did I go back to the Pokemon Center or did I forget to do that? Because that would be very stupid of me. Okay, now I did go back to the Pokemon Center. That's good. How many items do I have? I probably should look at the amount of items I have. Because this Munchlax, not a big deal, right? I don't think Munchlax even can do much against me in any sort of way. So that's fine. The defense drop would have been nice on the first rock smash instead of the second one. You... Was that Defense Girl? Okay, so this was literally the least threatening Pokemon ever. First trainer was potentially scary, we took care of it. Second trainer, not scary whatsoever. I don't want to know what the third trainer has in store for us, but it better be like a Geodude and Diglett and... I don't need... They all had one Pokemon so far, so just a Geodude would be fine. Just a Geodude would be fine. So now I go to you and then to the girl, right? So it turns out that if you just remember the basic shape of the gym, you don't actually need to read stuff. As a matter of fact, if you just spam every book after reading every book, brute forcing it would take a long time, but there's only like 4, 5. So the first option you have is... There's 4 options. So it's not that difficult, and one of those will be it, and then there's only 3 left because it won't be back to the first one. So actually brute forcing it wouldn't be that difficult whatsoever. Jolteon. Shouldn't be that big a deal. Question is, do you have static? Because I don't know which ones make contact here. I'm gonna go ahead and guess all of them. Except maybe False Swipe. These 3 are the same power, by the way. So it doesn't matter. Just go for Thief. In the off chance that it's holding an item. Which I doubt because it's a random gym trainer. That does a significant amount of damage. I would really rather you don't paralyze me though, if possible, with the Thunder Shock thing. Or with Static for that matter. So could you please just, like... Tackle. Tackle is fine. Tackle is totally fine. That doesn't do a lot of damage to me. Doesn't have any chance of paralyzing me. Okay. That's good. Level 22. You had 2 Pokemon, I think? 3? 4? 3. The gym leader only has 2. Why do you have 3? Why do you have more than the gym leader? Okay, so what do I do here? Because I think you're a fighting type. You might be a fighting type. In which case, Thief would be a bad idea. Does fighting resist fighting? I'm very bad at my resistances lately. And my types in general, actually. Okay, that's a critical hit. And the defense fell. And you use focus energy so that you don't damage me. That's good. And I outspeed. So another one of these will kill, right? And then you only have 1 more Pokemon. Okay. What is your 3rd Pokemon? So far you've had not very problematic, but potentially scary. And that trend ends here. Because Venomoth. You live that. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I'm impressed. I'm gonna be honest. I'm impressed you lived that. So what we learned here today, especially in this last battle, if they're both I words, both 2 letters, don't blame me. Look at the time, it's like 10:30, for fuck's sake. I'm recording this way too late. So if we can use Metal Claw on something, we're golden. Because that move with stab becomes like 80 base power, something like that. Right? I don't know. Is it 60? I think it's 60. It might be 60. And then if it does resist steel, which by all accounts should be called metal type, but I'll get into that rant another day, we're in for a little bit of trouble. We have the coverage, but the coverage moves aren't that good. And we're not overleveled to the point where we can make up for that fact. And the difference between just barely being able to take something out and absolutely destroying it, as you could see with the Venomoth, this is pretty big. I mean, the difference is pretty big, but it's actually pretty small as well. Am I making any sense? I mean, we either demolish something or we struggle with it. It's not like, oh, this is going averagely well. No, not at all. You know what? I just got some money. And I don't know how many items I have. Let's actually check that first, because if I have enough items, I'll be fine. Aurum berries. You know what? Yes. I'm going to give an Aurum berry to Shears, because I'm scared, alright? I have a fresh water and a super potion and 3 normal potions. I'm going to buy 1 more super potion. Just 1. The fresh water is a get out of jail free card again. Me and saying words today, it's not going well. For when I really need it, and then I'll have 1 super potion for each of her Pokemon, and then normal potions for. I probably won't end up using those. But if I'm in a dire situation, I still have 3 potions, and I have the Aurum berry. There's no way in hell I can lose this, right? Cue up me fighting like 2 very powerful fighting type Pokemon now. Okay, here we go. It's a gym battle, alright? Against Chloe. You changed your name. You're also, you're still a gym leader. And you start with a Venomoth. And we just learned Venomoth, not that big of a deal. Which reassures me that we'll either be fine, or the second Pokemon is going to be okay, so that might be an issue. Also, you outspeed me. Also, your animations are very, very fast. Holy crap, am I on speed mode? No, I'm not. Okay, so you just have very fast animations, is what I'm learning today. I snapped out of confusion first turn. That's amazing! I mean, I can do more damage against myself than you can do against me, so by all accounts keep using confusion, but don't actually confuse me. That's the Venomoth gone, and me at level 23, I think I get another move. I think I get Fury Cutter at level 23. Never mind, that's level 25. Kling Klang. You're a pure Steel type, I think? Which means Rock Smash should be able to take care of you in theory. You might be an Electric type. But that doesn't matter for Rock Smash. And your special defense doesn't matter either because I only have physical attacks. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. Your defense falls, which won't be enough probably to take you out with another Rock Smash. But it'll do... So close! Oh, and you have a Super Potion as well. So 2 more Rock Smashes. 2 more. Or a critical hit, that would work as well. It's the critical hit! Yeah! Fuck yeah! That's level 24. So we're going to celebrate, also because we're only halfway through the episode, by capturing ourselves a new Pokemon in the Pinwheel Forest. That critical hit? I mean, I would have won either way. It wasn't like the entire battle was coming down to that critical hit, because otherwise I would have won a turn later. I don't foresee anything having happened there which would have ended Sizzle. But the fact that we beat this gym now allows us to go into Pinwheel Forest and capture a second Pokemon. Also, I never want to use Retaliate, because that means something on my team died. It's also a pretty powerful move in and of itself, though. I think it's like 70 base power and then 140 when something has died the turn before, I think is how it works. So it's pretty much like the other move that I gave Tien in the last series, which was... I don't remember. I really don't remember. Revenge! Duh! Retaliate is just a normal version of Revenge. So, Team Plasma stuff happens. They steal a Dragonite skull, which... I mean, that's a Dragonite, right? That's not like a Reshiram thing, because Reshiram is right there at the top left corner. They just steal the wrong thing because they're looking for a dragon. Also, I'm playing black. Why is the Reshiram thing up there? Isn't it supposed to be Zekrom? Oh no, because Zekrom... No, wait a second. Anne gets the Reshiram and I get the Zekrom, right? So... And that means that they have to steal the thing from this museum before go and get... We'll see. When that ends up happening, we'll see. It's a Pokemon game, doesn't matter, it's just a story. He's not going to have a Reshiram anyway, because it's going to be randomized. I'm not going to get the Zekrom, because it's going to be randomized. I mean, I'm going to get what's in place of the Zekrom. But it could be like... a Weedle. Or a Magikarp. Okay, so if anybody would like to tell these guys to shut the fuck up, I could go catch my new encounter. You know what, Sharon? I really don't care about your museum interests. I really don't care about your story. I know Pokemon Black and White are usually regarded, and I do agree with that, as having the best story in any Pokemon game to date. Not counting the Mystery Dungeon games, obviously, but main series. But that doesn't mean I actually care about the story when playing through the game for like the 5th time. I just want to get through, especially since I'm doing a Nuzlocke, I'm doing a randomize, I'm not playing this for the story. In which case, I definitely should just go into my options and set my attack speed to fast. Maybe that's the best idea. I'm not setting my battle start to set, are you insane? I might do that if I end up winning this one as well. Just keep adding more rules until... things become too difficult. The thing is, usually the pattern for me at least is the start of a Nuzlocke is real difficult, because maybe I'm just stupid and make stupid decisions, but once I get a full team, especially with some coverage, I'm usually fine. Some things die every couple of episodes, but nothing like last episode where 2 Pokemon died at the same time. So I have to... Well, you're a double battle. I'm not going to face a double battle with 1 Pokemon. I'm not that crazy. Okay, so I have to get through a couple of battles before I can actually get into the grass. And I think I do have to go to the left there sooner or later anyway. Do you have self-destruct? I think I can take a self-destruct because of my steel typing. But I really would rather just not find out and just murder your Pineco myself. Okay, you have takedown. That's fine. I just want to point out, by the way, that I'm level 24 and I have 72 HP. That's quite a lot. And I'm very happy with that. That's the benefit of having a fully evolved... Oh, no. Didn't want to battle you. I'm fine battling you when I have plenty of Pokemon, but for the time being, I just want to get through this, capture my Pokemon. For a second there, I was convinced that said Thor. And I was like, wait, Thor is in this game? But it's Thor. I don't even know how you pronounce it. Is it Thor? It's a weird... You're a fighting type. That's not good for me. That's very not good for me. So please die. Seismic toss, I think, does damage equivalent to the user's level. Is that a theory that holds up? Wait a second. Metal Claw can increase your physical attack? It can? And this is super effective, right? No, it's not. It's just very strong. Oh, it's super effective against... Is Gibble... Gibble is ground already, right? It's just super effective against rock, not against ground. Again, my resistances. I've got them all mixed up. I don't know what happened to my brain. It's just... Delibird died very easily, by the way. I'm thankful that it's just a Delibird. It's just something happened in my brain and I don't know half my resistances anymore. Could everybody please just not battle me? That would be fucking fantastic. I just need to find a patch of grass to find a Pokemon in. I'm not allowed to go in here yet. Is this where you get Virizion usually? It is in this forest, I know that much. Wait, you're not telling me I have to go through a double battle and Team Plasma? Oh no, 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 that's not good at all. That's very bad. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Let me go back to the Pokemon Center first. I'm pretty sure that's a double battle. Did I battle you already? I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. So I battled her off screen because I was grinding here in the patch of grass and she had a Genesect. Holy crap. I obviously beat her because I can heal there. Okay, so this is probably going to be more difficult than the gym fight. Oh wait, what? I'm not even going to step closer to you. Just because I don't want to tempt fate and actually trigger a double battle if there's one there. But that's a little bit annoying. Okay, Loudred. I can take care of a Loudred, that's no issue. I've got Rock Smash. I'll be fine. It's a little bit sad though that Rock Smash is not that much more powerful when it's super effective compared to just a stab. Metal Claw, wow, that did a lot of damage. That was supremely easy. So can I please get to the grass? Thank you. It's an encounter. It's an Anorith. You know what? I don't even care. I don't even care. It's not that bad a Pokemon. It evolves at like level 30, I think, into a... Not Cradily. What's the other one? Is it Cradily? No, it's Lileep and Cradily and Anorith and... I don't know. Frankly, I don't care. I'm just going to catch you. If I kill you, I'm going to be so upset. For a moment there, I was convinced that I was going to die. You resist False Swipe. I mean, False Swipe can't kill you either way. You might only have Harden, which is concerning. Also, I found a netball while grinding. Which might work well against Bug Pokemon, right? Water and Bug type, and you're a Bug type! I don't want to take any chances! You're coming with me, Anorith. At least we've got a second Pokemon on our team. That's all I care about right now. Mission accomplished. For all I care. Anorith is supposed to be a shrimp. Huh. I never made that connection. I always kind of assumed it was like a UChess flea or something. I don't know why. But I'm going to call you... Frankly, because you will be our savior. No, not save your space. Or maybe you won't be. Maybe you'll just be useless because you only have Harden until a certain level at which... Don't give me a good Pokemon that I could have caught. Actually, I'm not mad about getting Anorith over you. Gonna be honest, Source Book would have been nice. I've never actually used a Source Book before, and I've used the Anorith and its evolution. Armaldo, that's what it's called. Why do you hate me, game? So Anorith is gonna die. No, he's not, because I have potions. Anorith is gonna get some experience. So, yeah, Bulbasaur definitely the more potent threat against Anorith with a rock type. And then I'm going to use Anorith's turn to give it a super potion. Luckily, it's just a Joltik and a Bulbasaur, right? And they're only level 16. So they shouldn't be that big a deal. And Bulbasaur being the bigger threat is already... Why did Anorith get more experience here? No, really, why did Anorith get, like, 70 more experience than she is? So do you have any moves? Or do you only have Harden? You have moves. Why didn't you use any? I'm not complaining. But you have moves. It's a thing. Also, Joltik, much more of an issue than I gave it credit for, gonna be honest. So is Anorith gonna actually... No, it's not, because Anorith is not useful yet. When it evolves, when it gets better moves, when it has, like, Rock Slide, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for coverage. I mean, I do have a second bug type, but it doesn't share a lot of the weaknesses. As a matter of fact, I don't think it shares pretty much any of the weaknesses Scizor has, other than fighting, actually. Fighting is still a big weakness. Which is a common theme throughout my Nuzlocke, I believe. Because didn't we also have a huge fighting weakness towards the end of our last Nuzlocke? Or like the middle-ish end. We started with a huge psychic weakness. I remember that. We had a lot of fighting types. And now we have a huge fighting weakness. So, in a certain way, it's kind of poetic. Then again, I would also I'm just happy to have a second Pokemon. It doesn't matter. Even if it was a Scyther, it would have been Dupe's Claws. Fair enough. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to have a second Pokemon so that I can actually do double battles. Because double battles with one Pokemon is just a death sentence. And I don't think we'll be able to do the entirety of the Pinwheel Forest in this episode. Because this episode is coming real close to an end and I don't know how long the Pinwheel Forest is. I think it's pretty long. I won't be grinding between this episode and next. I'll go right into the next part of Pinwheel Forest. What's with the Swords of Justice being in my way? You're a steel fighting type, aren't you? So this should do a lot of damage, in theory. It's super effective anyway. And I resist that. Okay, so Cobalion, not an issue, apparently. Until he like double kicks me. Never mind, not an issue. Totally fine with that. And I also now will get Fury Cutter, I believe. A Bug type move. Very much would like that because I have this Swarm ability, so preferably I wouldn't want to be out with red HP, but if I am, Fury Cutter is going to be even more powerful. The target slash with sides or claws power increases if it hits in succession. So it only starts with 20 power, but then I don't know how much power it gains every single turn it's used, but it tends to gain power. So it's really good for sweeping larger teams. So good in fact that I'm gonna get rid of Rock Smash, which I can do because it's not an HM in this generation. It's lower base power, but I think, I'm just gonna look it up, I think it might double every single turn it's used in succession. It's like the Bug type, better version of Rhyhorn because you're not locked into it. Fury, Cutter, Pokemon. Okay, also just going to do like 1 or 2 more battles. because I don't know exactly how long this episode has been, because I've had to like make the cuts, and that actually took quite a while, and I didn't time how long it took, and it's a logistical nightmare is what it is. And I found an antidote. Okay, Fury cuts up. There we go. So this is going to be a trainer battle. I knew it. Fury Cutter has a base power of 40 in the newer generations apparently. But I would very much like to know what its effect is. In other games, not other games, no, effect. There we go. Generation of 5 is what we're playing. Fury Cutter's base power increased from 10 to 20. And then it increased from 20 to 40 again a generation later. If another move is selected, Fury Cutter's power will reset. Let's see, Fury Cutter starts out with a base power of 20. 10, that begins 20. Every time Fury Cutter is used successfully, its power will double up to a maximum of 160. If Fury Cutter misses or the user is switched out, the power will reset to normal. So let's just use Fury Cutter and also Stab. So this starts out as being 15, and that actually is a lot of damage for a 15 base power move. But now it doubles, so it becomes 20 base power with Stab. No, actually it's 20, so it was 30. Then it becomes 40, so with Stab it's 60. So this is going to take out a Weasel, no problem whatsoever. Then from 40 it'll go to 80, and you only have one Pokemon. So you get the point. It'll become very powerful very quickly, and if the first Pokemon anybody sends out is fairly weak, it's a real good way to build up power for later Pokemon in that person's team. I'll go face that Galactic Grunt just in the hope that he has 2 Pokemon. Oh, that would have been nice. That would have been real nice. I mean, I'm not sad that I got Anorith whatsoever. I'm very happy that I got Anorith, because I would have much preferred the Sandile. Because I actually like the Sandile line. It's a Pokemon I used in my first playthrough of Pokemon Black, way back in the day. I actually downloaded piracy. I actually downloaded a Japanese ROM before it was officially translated into English, and then played it with an English patch. And I used a Sandile and then like Crocodile, and I don't know what's the middle version of it it's called. Also just one Pokemon. But it's a Conkeldurr, which actually isn't good for me. I don't know what... Is Bug? Bug is not strong against fighting. I can't see Bug being strong against fighting. That would make no sense. Actually, it's resisted. It's almost the same as super effective, but just different. Again, I don't know what it's mean or resistance is to. Okay, so you'll die before you can actually use your bite, unless I miss for some reason. In which case I'm dead. Okay, so that's good. Bite is a very scary move. I think I'm almost out of the Pinwheel Forest as it is, right? I mean, there's only like 1 or 2 more grunts left, maybe? I'm just gonna pick up this item, and I think those guys, those little things are enemy encounters as well with trainers, so we're gonna leave that for next episode. This episode has been an emotional roller coaster if I've ever seen one. Until the next time, do not forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this video. It's 11 o'clock, I'm gonna fucking like snack, watch a YouTube video and go sleep. I'm very happy with the Anorith. Just can't grind it up in the middle of a forest dungeon thing, which scares me, because next episode it might die before it can actually get to a decent level, which I don't want to happen. I'll see you all next time. Hopefully not with a lot of death. Bye.